In the early church, some members occasionally apostatized, renounced their faith due to persecution. When these apostates repented and sought to return to the church, reflecting on the Lord's teaching, carried out a special ceremony to readmit them, the apostate would lie prostrate before the church door and say, "I am salt that has lost its taste, trample me underfoot." Then, the congregation would step over the person as they entered the church, praying that the apostate would never lose their savor again. Jesus was well aware of the significance of salt, which is why he said, "You are the salt of the earth," Matthew 5:13. As the salt of the earth, may you use this time to reaffirm the meaning of salt and live as a person of pure conscience, a saved child of God. The meanings of salt. 1. Salt is pure. Ancient people in the Middle East believed that the brilliant white salt, born from the union of the pure sun and the pure sea, was the purest substance on earth. Because of this purity, they would sprinkle salt on sacrifices. They also sealed unchangeable covenants by sharing salt from the same vessel, symbolizing that their promise, a token of life, had to be a pure and honest one. This is the covenant of salt. 2. Salt prevents corruption. Before the invention of refrigeration, people used various methods to store food. One of these was salting or curing. If salt is used properly, food can be preserved for a long time. As Christians, our role in the world should be like salt, preventing the corruption caused by sin. 3. Salt provides flavor. Some people think that a life dedicated to serving the Lord is dull and tasteless. Indeed, from the perspective of those seeking worldly, sensual pleasures, Christians have a lot they must refuse. However, isn't it precisely because we refuse what should be refused and exercise self-control where it's needed that our lives become happier and more meaningful? Non-believers will find this point difficult to understand. 4. Salt sustains life. Salt works in the human body to sustain life. If a person does not consume salt, all their cells and organs cease to function. Because salt is essential for maintaining life, the ancients attributed so many meanings to it. When the church and its members lose their savor, their taste, they are bound to be thrown out and suffer the humiliation of being trampled underfoot, just as good food smells worse. When it rots, doesn't a faith that decays become even more foul? Therefore, the Christian must not only retain their savor, but also become the agent that gives flavor to the world. This is the Lord's command.